This is our weekly weigh-in. It's a chance for us to give you an update on where we are in our weight loss adventure, journey as they like to say.
Welcome to our channel, The Downsized, where we share our GLP-1 weight loss adventure, tips and tricks, and the latest GLP-1, Mounjaro, Zepbound, Wegovy, Ozempic, tirzepatide, and semaglutide news. Please like and subscribe to our channel.
We are not doctors or medical professionals. Please always consult a qualified healthcare professional before starting any weight loss medication or treatment, changing, adjusting, you name it. If you have a question about your health, please ask a doctor.
Today is Sunday, June 23rd.
Laraine, would you like to start us out?
This is the 36th week of our weight loss journey. So we've done 36 shots. I'm down 49 pounds total since September 29th of 2023. My starting weight was 193. My current weight is 144. So that's down 49 pounds. So right now I'm trying to navigate maintenance. I want to maintain between 144 and 149, I think is where I'm going to end up. As far as current dosage this week, I dropped my dosage from 10 milligrams last week to 7.5 milligrams this week. And the reason why I did that is every 4 weeks I want to drop down a dose again until I get to 5. Well, I'm not so far away from it now. And then see if I could stretch out the time between shots, what that'll look like in terms of hunger and food noise, if any weight comes back. I want to figure out how maintenance is going to look for me.
The last few weeks you've continued to lose weight. Did you lose weight this week? I didn't understand.
Oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say, did I? I didn't give you my week. I was actually up 0.4, so we're just going to call that, we're going to round down and call that flat. And I've really been trying this week to eat some different things and maybe eat things that I didn't eat when I was more focused on weight loss. But still my hunger levels are pretty much in check. I get full pretty fast. So I just want to figure out what maintenance is going to look like for me.
And for those watching that might be curious, how old are you?
I am 55 years old.
55 years old.
Mother of 3. My 3 kids range in ages from 26. Is it 26?
I think so.
26 to almost 18. Yeah. That's me. I'm just mom you may know in your neighborhood. If you'd like to start your weight loss journey today, you can use my Mochi Health discount code QIYGO8 to save $40 on your first shipment of GLP-1s. The link is in the description, and so is the code, but it's mochihealth.com. Mochi is an online healthcare provider platform. If you sign up with them, you talk to their online either doctor or nurse practitioner. They decide if you're eligible for the medications, what medications are good for you to do, and then they get you started with those.
As far as my week went, it was a good week. I started my entire journey at 285.4. This week I lost 1.8 pounds. My current weight is 213.6 pounds. So I'm down a total of 71.8 since 9/29/23. As Laraine said, am I 55 or am I 56? I never remember. I'm a little bit older than Laraine.
You're 55, but your birthday's coming up.
Oh, it is? That's
we're
exactly
the same
right.
age now for 6 months, but
Yep.
I like to tell people that he's much older than me. He's 6 months older than me.
Much older. My current dosage is 12.5 milligrams, and I'm on my 8th week of this. It continues to work, so I'm going to hang out there for a little while until it doesn't seem to be working anymore. My adventure has been a little different than Laraine's because Lorraine's basically been on compounded the entire time. I actually started on compounded for a few weeks, worked with my local doctor, went over to Mounjaro, then due to shortages went to Zepbound, and now due to the shortages and honestly the cost as well, have gone back over to using tirzepatide from Mochi. I say this every week. I have noticed no difference between the medications. It has worked equally well. The only real difference is price. It's a little bit cheaper to do
our insurance doesn't cover.
Yeah, so our insurance doesn't cover it, and the shot experience is a different experience. So it's not a pen versus a needle and vial. If you're watching, we have lots of videos about this, and if you have any questions, you can always join us on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. We just did our third live.
We do a live show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Here on YouTube. So join us. We take questions. We chat for an hour or so, a little bit longer than that Thursday night. And it's a great opportunity to let the community talk. Sometimes they're just chatting amongst themselves in the comments, honestly, which is going to invite them to do the Downsized Dish.
Yeah, we have another weekly series called The Downsized Dish, where I talk to people who have lost weight or are in the process of losing weight, or maybe they're just beginning to lose weight with GLP-1 medications. If you'd like to come on and talk to me about your journey and tell us what's going on with you, you can send me an email to ldurham@folio28.com. We'll put the email address in the description.
The one this week will be one that I did with a gentleman who has a YouTube channel called Round Mound of Zepbound. Super interesting guy. He'll be actually the second guy interview on there. And then we're actively looking to expand the interview series, and doctors and nutritionists and anybody who can contribute to this conversation around GLP-1. We also like to tell you what we've been up to during the week. So you want to start us out, Laraine?
I do want to tell everybody that last Saturday I made my goal of becoming a lifetime member at Weight Watchers. In order to become a lifetime member at Weight Watchers, first you have to get to your goal weight, and it has to be in the range of Weight Watchers' acceptable weights or healthy weight ranges for all adults. I'm 5'5", or I like to think that I'm 5'5". I found out I was shrinking, but anyway, we're going to say I'm 5'5". The heaviest I could weigh at Weight Watchers and be at Lifetime was 150 pounds. I set my goal weight at 150 pounds, and I hit that about 7 weeks ago. You have to maintain that weight plus or minus 2 pounds for 6 weeks, and then you come back and weigh at Weight Watchers again, and if you're within plus or minus 2 pounds of your goal weight, you become a lifetime member. Lifetime members do not have to pay to attend the meetings. If you have to weigh once a month, and then if you are beyond that plus or minus 2 pound range, you have to pay. It encourages members to keep going and keep maintaining. It was funny, last Saturday morning I woke up and I hopped on my scale and it said 142. And I said, uh-oh. I lost too much weight in the 6 weeks. I put on some jeans and I put on a belt and I put on some tennis shoes. Now, usually when I go to Weight Watchers to weigh in, I'm in leggings, a t-shirt or tank top, socks, no jewelry, just as light as I can be in public. And so I was adding clothes because I had to get to 147 on my scale, which would be 148 on their scale, which would be in the range I needed to be in. I put on enough clothes and I got there and I just made it. I've never had that experience before where I wanted to go somewhere and weigh. My weight was bouncing around there pretty low there for a minute, and I don't think I want to go that low. I was eating a little bit more, and so now it's come back up.
Let me ask this. Right. If somebody out there who's never done Weight Watchers before or starting on GLP-1s, would you recommend them do Weight Watchers?
I've been doing Weight Watchers off and on since I was 16, and I'm 56. So I've been to Weight Watchers in multiple cities, multiple states. I've done it for multiple lengths of time. I've lost multiple amounts of weight. And I find the Weight Watchers becoming less and less relevant all the time because I feel like counting points, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't think it's effective for me. There's a lot of things I don't like about Weight Watchers. What I do like about Weight Watchers is going to a group of people and talking about struggles and how to overcome them, maybe some new foods that you've found, some new recipes that you've tried that have worked for you. So I like that aspect of it. But in terms of people talking about the donuts in the break room that they went and finished off the box in the middle of the day, that's not happening for me anymore being on a GLP-1 medication. I don't have that food noise. And all those people at Weight Watchers still have that food noise. They still have that drive to eat all the time. And I've tried to explain, I've told all of them that I'm on a GLP-1 medication. I've talked to multiple people individually. And it's so frustrating to me that people don't understand these GLP-1 medications. That's really why we started this channel.
I think it's until somebody who attends something like that actually does it, I don't even know that you can imagine it. I don't
so
even know that
hard
it's
to
believable.
describe to them, even to people who have struggled with their weight. I told somebody the other day, they said, I just started this medication, I have a lot to lose, and I don't think that I'll get there. I said, and this particular person had lost 20 pounds, and I said, you're going to get there. It's working, and the losses will add up over time, and you will get there. And to hear that when you've never been able to get to your goal weight, you don't believe it. I don't think I believed it when we first started taking the shots.
I don't think anybody does.
I just said, oh, this is something else that might work. Sign me up. I'll try it. I've tried anything and everything. Why not? So
I don't think they even believe they have food noise until it's not there, until it's quiet.
Yeah, it's really, and I hear people so clearly describing it in every Weight Watchers meeting I've been in since we've been on the shot. And you don't have to suffer with that anymore. You don't have to fight it. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to track every morsel. They say track every bite, lick, and taste that goes in your mouth. That is so obsessive and
So how much is it a month?
I think it's about $44.95 a month these days, unless you find a coupon or some deal online.
So is it worth $44.95?
For me, no.
Okay.
But now I pay $0.
If you've got $44 to spend and there's a way to spend it, there's other ways to have group conversations. There's other ways to learn about food.
Well, that's why we're here. So.
Right. So, and this is free. So please come watch.
I've just done it for so many years that.
I know you've got that emotional kind of tie that's 30 years old, 40 years old.
I do. When they gave me my lifetime little award, I cried. I hugged my leader, my old leader that was there that had to quit. And anyway, she would come back, and I was crying. The lady at the scale was crying. Karen has been weighing me off and on for the past 10 years. Yeah, it's very emotional for me. It's a very emotional topic. Yep. And I think weight is emotional for most people who have struggled at one point or another or for their whole life. It's a very emotional topic, and you can't just talk to people about it without treading lightly sometimes. It's very emotional.
And it's just having an understanding of when we talk about products, programs, all these things, are we recommending them? Do we endorse them? Do we say this is something that is a good add-on to what you're doing with a GLP-1?
If you're on a GLP-1 and you're losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, that's all, you're doing it. So that's all you need. Of course, you want to follow your doctor's advice and consult with them on a regular basis.
Let's see, what else should we do? It's been college shopping time, right?
Yes. We've got one daughter that just finished up her freshman year at college, and the other daughter is just graduated from high school, so she's going to college. Of course, they're going to 2 different colleges, and I think they have to go back on the same day, and we haven't quite figured that out yet. But anyway, we went to Home Goods today, and we got some good stuff. We had to find the extra long sheets and the extra long comforter and all that stuff, so we got a good start on some of that stuff.
And you and our younger daughter walked 15,000 steps at Concord Mills.
Yesterday we went to a mall, and it's in a giant circle. I've never seen another mall like this. Maybe Grapevine something in Texas. Anyway, it's in a big circle, so we, of course, had to go all the way around. I walked 12,000 steps doing that. We were exhausted. We didn't really find that much for her. We found more at Marshall's today in an hour than we found 3 hours yesterday at Concord Mill.
We also, in a moment of weakness on this part here, bought a what?
We're going to talk about that?
Sure.
Ninja Creami. So I'm a Kohl's Cash millionaire. In case y'all didn't know, I'm a Kohl's Cash fan. I've got the Kohl's credit card. I love my Kohl's Cash. I love my Kohl's coupons. I hadn't been to Kohl's for a while and I'd paid my credit card off in an attempt to save money because most of our money goes to medications. But they sent me this coupon, 40% off. Sometimes it's 15, sometimes it's 20, sometimes it's 30. They sent me one that said 40% off, and I'm like, I'm looking at this Ninja Creami. So the Ninja Creami is like a blender where you can freeze whatever concoction you want to make ice cream, really. So we bought it, and I told the girls, I said, this is for protein-packed things only. So we've been using protein powder and Fairlife milk because it has more protein. We've been using PB powder, which is powdered peanut butter.
Dried.
What else have we been putting in it?
Sugar-free pudding
Sugar-free
mix?
pudding mix. So Jell-O sugar-free pudding mix. You put a couple tablespoons of that in. You blend it up. You freeze it. You have to freeze it overnight. The next day you put it in. And magic happens. And you've got this treat that's like ice cream. Only it's a protein shake that you froze. And it's got
And very low calorie.
30 plus grams of protein. So that's what I had for lunch today. Was one of my Ninja Creami creations. I did get pretty hungry at about, what time did we come home from shopping? We came home at 4 o'clock and I was starving and ate a protein bar.
It's an interesting appliance that's based off of one that comes out of professional kitchens. It's several $1,000s that does a pretty good job, albeit very loudly.
It's loud.
It's very loud.
It's like the space
Of
shuttle.
making a frozen dessert, and it could be dairy based or non-dairy based, it doesn't really matter. The interesting thing, and it's because I'm a cook, is the reason the protein powders work so well in it is typically good ice cream has a higher level of protein in it. So
You mean fat?
not even fat, it's the protein.
Oh,
it's
the
it's
protein?
the case and the so
Oh.
a lot of those they'll add like powdered milk, freeze-dried milk.
Mm-hmm.
It'll add that to it, so it comes out nice and smooth. Or you can do a frozen coffee or a frozen whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do I like it? It's a giant appliance that takes up a lot of space on the counter that I think's a novelty.
Alrighty. Anyway, it's so hot here in North Carolina right now. It's 90 degrees outside. I just couldn't deal with the hair today. It's just, plus I'm having hot flashes. I'm just like, I'm not doing well. I came home from the gym today and I passed our neighborhood pool that I've driven past every day ever since we've lived here. And my kids, when they were little, we would take them to this pool. And
Now
my
you're going to cry about
my
the children
kids
again. She comes in crying because her babies are going to college.
But my babies are going to college,
Yeah.
and I don't have.
And I'm sure all the little tiny babies were there with their mamas, their 20-year-old mamas.
So I'm going through it, y'all. Going through it. I've got the estrogen patch. I'm taking the progesterone pill at night, and the hot flashes are not stopping. And if anybody has suggestions, please put it in the comments because I think I'm having a hot flash right now, actually.
So we also went to a baseball game. You know how much I love baseball.
Christopher's not a sports fan, okay? He is not a sports fan. I think the reason you're not a sports fan is because your parents lived in Anderson, South Carolina, which was very close to Clemson, South Carolina, and they drug him and his twin brother to every Clemson football game from the time they were able to walk, I
Yeah,
think,
as long as I
until
can
high
remember.
school. I went to Clemson, oddly enough, so his mother loved me. I like college football. I played softball growing up. I spent a lot of time at the baseball and softball fields when I was younger. I don't mind sports. I put it that way. I wouldn't want to go to every Clemson football game, but one here or there, it's fine with me. Some friends of ours were offered some free tickets, and they called us up. They said, "Hey, do you want to go to our Charlotte Knights baseball game?" So they're a farm team. We went, and it was fun. I liked it. We had these awesome seats that were right behind home plate, and they have beer there. So we got a beer, hung out, and it was lovely. It was shaded, the part we were in, so it wasn't.
It was a nice
so,
night. It
wasn't
was, and the
so
stadium
hot.
is in
downtown Charlotte.
So it's a beautiful stadium.
We have one of the friend that took us. He works at Bank of America, so he has, and Bank of America is, of course, headquartered in downtown Charlotte. So he has a
Parking pass.
where he parks for work because parking downtown is pricey. We parked in his parking place, but then when we had to leave and go back, we literally walked a mile from
Yes.
the stadium to the
Lovely
car
night.
was, and it wasn't so bad, but I was like, oh, I don't know if Christopher's gonna like, and it was pretty much uphill,
That's because he picked the worst path known to man.
and I don't know,
If he had gone the more direct route, it would have been flat. But
and we were walking so much that my Apple Watch said, "It looks like you're working out. Are you walking outside? Start your workout now." So I'm like, "Yes, I am, Apple Watch. I will take that activity ring." But I actually Yesterday was Thursday. It was Juneteenth. My gym was closed that day, so I hadn't got to work out that day. I got my mile walk in, closed my exercise ring, and a fun time was had by all.
That's our week. Good weigh-ins, no complaints whatsoever. The medication continues to do what it's supposed to do. We continue to figure things out every week. Had a great live stream. The engagement just continues to go up and up. Just constant comments and conversations and questions. If you haven't joined us for the live stream, please do. Thursday night at 7 here on YouTube. And we spend some time talking to people. It's fun. I enjoy it. Thank you for being a part of our Downsized family as we explore the world of GLP-1s together. Please like and subscribe.
I'm Laraine Durham.
And I'm Christopher Durham. Until next time, take care.